What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to a special episode of Deadly or Dud. This is the show where we put contestants through the ringer. We mob with them, we boss with them, we consider any utility they might have. And at the end, we render a final verdict where we decide if the weapon is deadly or a dud. Today's contestant is, or perhaps I should say, today's contestants are 3 Dahl Sniper rifles. That's right. We're going to take a look at Dahl Sniper rifles in general, not just one. So the 3 contestants I've selected for today are going to be one non-unique Dahl Sniper. It's literally just called a sniper, which is a Dahl Sniper with a Dahl Barrel. Then we will try one unique blue Dahl Sniper, the Sloth. And then we will try the Pitchfork, a legendary Dahl Sniper. We will try all 3 out. We'll mob with them, we'll boss with them, we'll test them on multiple characters, and at the end we will render a final verdict and decide if Dahl Snipers are deadly or if they are duds. This may be the only Borderlands 2 edition of Deadly or Dud. I will primarily focus that on Borderlands 4, but let us get started here. We're gonna mob through Lynchwood with Zer0 first, then we'll mob with Maya and Axton, and then we'll do some bossing. And just taking a quick look at the gear here, we're just gonna run my blockade, longbow slag transfusion grenade, firebone. And for the class mod, I do want to mention I prefer the legendary sniper class mod for Dahl Snipers. And this is just because they have a burst fire, right? So you don't really need more fire rate. And actually, if you use like a chaotic evil rogue, the fire rate can actually get so high that you reach the CA dead zone, where you will not get a stack of critical ascension for every single shot that lands. So personally, I just would rather have a legendary sniper for the better single shot damage. And of course, we have critical ascension, which will help this weapon a lot. So we'll go ahead and get started here with this little guy. Oh, we just one-shot him easily. Now, something about Dahl Snipers is you can unscope, you can like de-scope like that, and that will stop the burst. You know what I mean? So we are murdering these guys without even having to slag them. Well, there's a tanky enemy. We will slag him. But damn, this thing is already putting in work. I believe I did get this from Hatterax, by the way. No, I think I might. Did I get this from Terramorphous? I might have got this from Terramorphous when I was doing my Perfect Hide streams. Oh my gosh, that is so good. I did not expect it to be that good, damn. But yeah, you can either shoot the full burst, or if you don't need all of the rounds, you can de-scope. I messed up there. Yeah, if you scope back in, it will resume the burst. Now, I would really recommend fighting loaders with these, because loaders obviously are easier to crit. I'm getting surrounded here. Let's reposition to not be surrounded. Nice. And of course, as you can see, we are not playing with badass rank, so this is just the weapon. Now, this is a perfect one. I will be using perfect versions of these weapons, simply because I am going to be running them in a lot of different scenarios, and I simply will not have time to test multiple different versions of these. But I assure you, they would still be good even without perfect parts. I just prefer matching grips and damage accessories. But again, they are still going to be good, I can assure you, even without that stuff. Now this does get the matching barrel bonus, so for those of you who don't know, in this game there is something called the matching barrel bonus, and it's not like the matching grip bonus. The matching grip bonus always gives reload speed and magazine size, and then, you know, whatever other part the weapon, the grip already had, you know, whatever other ability the grip already had. For the matching barrel bonus, it does actually change. I am not sure what the matching barrel bonus is for this weapon, but I will show it on screen. Now, whenever the enemies are moving, it can be a little bit hard to hit them, but there we go, we took them out. Now, as you can see, one kind of downside of Dahl Snipers can be the ammo consumption. We are burning through ammo fairly quickly here. Now, we do have lots of ammo crates that we have not opened, so we should be okay, though. Ah, so that was a hip fire one-shot. I think you guys will be blown away by the Pitchfork. It's kind of a spoiler alert there, but I really love the Pitchfork. My favorite slag tool. Now I am using velocity, which does hurt the slag pimp a bit, but it is still very good. Now do remember you can pick up this stuff off the ground to get ammo back. So we go from 5. What the hell? Why did we not get grenade ammo from that? Did you guys see that? You're supposed to get ammo back when you pick something up off the ground. Am I tripping? What the hell? All right, and here we go with the Maya section. Now I'm going to be using the Sloth primarily here. As you can see, it is still a Dahl Sniper with a Dahl Barrel. So let's actually compare it to the non-unique version here. Again, so these are equally parted, but you can see the Sloth does actually have quite significantly higher base damage and a little bit better accuracy, and it just has one less shot in the mag. Now, the Sloth does fire a 3-round burst though, and the bullets move more slowly. So the Sniper, what's the burst on it? So it goes from 14 to 9. So that's a 5-round burst on it versus the 3-round on the Sloth, which again does have these slower moving projectiles. Now, when I snipe with Maya, I do like to do the Legendary Binder class mod. Check out the skills real fast. I just spec out of Cloud Kill at first, just to prove that the weapon can kill things without it, and then I will spec back into Cloud Kill. Now, we do have Accelerate here to boost the bullet speed, so hopefully that will help us. No bar, and we will get started here. Hopefully these rack will not harass us too much. Okay, there we go. Could see his face. You can already see, though, very nice damage there. Oh, beautiful. Man, I knew this stuff was good. I did not realize it was going to be this good, though. So let's strip his shield. All right. So a subsequence build I really like to snipe with. You can pick enemies up over and over again and just take them out. It's super fun, super safe. You constantly get the slag, you get the safety. Really love subsequence Maya as a sniper. Maya is a great sniper, by the way, as you can see. Now again, guys, I do have perfect parted gear here just because I don't have time to really do 2 different runs. Usually that's what I like to do when I test a weapon. I use a perfect version and an imperfect version, where I have to test so many different, there's so many different sections here. I can't really afford to do that now. And my aim assist is flicking up to the rack there, so that was a little annoying. Nice. But yeah, this is what I mean. Maya is great for snipers that maybe it's hard to consistently crit with, because she can just hold the enemy still, and then you just take them out. Oh my gosh, this is so freaking good. But yeah, again, I do have a perfect version, but I promise you, you do not need perfect parts. Like, people significantly overestimate the importance of perfect parts. My God. I just do not understand the hysteria around how hard OP10 is. I mean, there are difficulty spikes for sure. Like, the raids for sure are overtuned, which Digistruct Peak is a raid, so I include it in there. But honestly, the non-raid content in this game is very reasonable when you play and build intelligently. And that's all I've ever tried to tell people. And in my UVHM guide, I have had many people accuse me of cheating. It just blows my mind. Now, again, I'm not saying that OP10 is perfectly balanced. I'm just saying, as you can see, it is not the hellish experience people often make it out to be when you play intelligently and build intelligently. Again, I am playing without bar, and I assure you that, even without perfect parts, this gear would still be doing really well. Now, I do like the Dahl stock the best. I know a lot of people like it. But especially on Dahl Snipers, the Dahl stock will actually give you an extra round in the burst. Although, I believe the Sloth is an exception to that, actually. I think the Sloth just always has a fixed 3-round burst. My gosh, we are deleting them. This is so good. So as you can see, we do not need Cloud Kill. But yeah, subsequence builds are super safe, super fun. You constantly get slag, you get that disruption. I really like them. May need to wait for our next phase lock to hit this guy. Yeah. We get it back very quickly. We have cooldown from the bone and the binder. Nice. And then sometimes it'll just bounce like that. But yeah, as you can see, we do have cooldown from both the Bone of the Ancients and the Legendary Binder, and then also Quicken. Now, for some people, they feel like that's overkill. For Maya, like, phase lock is just so good. I just like getting it back as quickly as humanly possible. So that's why I take it. I know some people disagree with that pick, but you can play however you want. Now again, you can pick up weapons out of chests and off of enemies and stuff to get ammo back, so that's what I was looking for there. Oh my gosh. All right, but yeah, as you can see, totally a great mobbing weapon. All right, now for some mobbing with Axton. So I'm gonna use the Pitchfork here. Now the Pitchfork is really good for loaders, or really anything wide enough to land all of the projectiles on. The Pitchfork is a very, very high DPS weapon. The only downside is the ammo consumption, so we will try to work around that. We're just gonna run Corrosive Bone, Legendary Soldier, and we will get started here. Now, hopefully, again, we can do this without too much trouble. Axton is not the best sniper, but he's pretty good. I mean, he's competent, you know. He's not as good as Zer0 or Maya, but he's competent. So you can see we took him out pretty easily. Now, again, my worry here is just ammo consumption. So we'll see what we can do. We may end up having to call this one early. We'll see. So again, it's a very great weapon. Oh my gosh, we actually might be better off just to hip fire so that we save ammo. Now, I don't have bore, so I don't have my bullet deflection. Or excuse me, bore stops your bullets from being deflected is what I should say there. Nice. Oh, but yeah, as you can see, we're, oh my god, our ammo's already gone. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh yeah, we're good though. Yeah, the blockade, again guys, the blockade, I glaze the blockade all the time. It's so good. You can see those stats, 6.5 mil capacity, 1 mil recharge rate. You might think, well, that looks pretty good, but not as good as you're saying. Well, at OP10, the blockade has 35% effective damage reduction, meaning that if you would take 1 million damage, then while wearing the blockade, you would only take 650,000 damage. But the way it figures in the formula is it's a damage reduction of 52.5%. So to compare the blockade to another shield, you would have to multiply the capacity and the recharge rate times 1.525. And I can't remember what those stats are off the top of my head, but they're very, very good. So that's why the blockade is so awesome. And then Axton also has, you know, stuff like willing to help it further. So, and then don't we have preparation here? Yeah, so Axton is just super good with it. I mean, with most shields, but yeah. He's very tanky with the blockade. Although, again, as you can see, we are having some ammo consumption issues here. Again, the Pitchfork, one of the highest DPS weapons ever, but it does come at a cost. Kind of like the Chopper. The Chopper is also really high DPS, but it will just burn through your ammo reserves. Honestly, though, they can still take out like a lot of bosses before they run out of ammo. So we may have to go back and buy some ammo before we continue on here. Nice. Beautiful work. We'll see how far we can go with just ammo pickups and stuff. So see, we got a bunch right there. Now, one kind of thing that is actually good about ammo not automatically picking up, like in later games, you can actually do this, where you just go around and open the ammo crates, and then you pick up the ammo after you open them. And this will make it so that you still benefit from weighted drops. So I think we're at max ammo already. Whereas if you picked those up automatically, you would not benefit from the weighted drop on the next one, you know what I mean? I should not be slagging with the slag pimp though, I should try to save ammo. Oh my gosh, that's a super badass loader we almost got in one magazine. Beautiful. And I'm not sure if I mentioned it yet, but I'll probably do the same thing with like Hyperion snipers. So if you are enjoying this video, do please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. Do let me know what you think of Dahl Snipers. Do let me know what weapon you'd like to cover next, like me to cover next. And maybe become a member. Veracity Slayers get early access. I will probably... So that is one thing. If you miss time, the de-scope there, the enemy can survive a little bit longer. But I'll probably make this video shorter and then make the Hyperion version longer. And I'll just compare the performances of them and see how they do. I like to just experiment with stuff like that sometimes. We will kill this ultimate badass and then we will move on though. Super badass. Ultimate badass loaders are a pain in the ass because once you shoot their arms off, you cannot critically hit them again. Oh my gosh. That's so good. Again, Axton is not one of the better snipers in my opinion. In my opinion, Zer0 and Maya are the best. But as you can see, he's still doing really good work. But damn, that was nice. All right, we will head on to some bossing now. All right, now here we are with the Maya bossing section. We are going to run a shock pitchfork and a shock bone of the ancients. And we will get started with the fire dude down here. What's his name? Captain Flint, Captain Flint. All right, so he's in his immunity phase. We're gonna have to wait for him to get closer. Okay, they just threw a grenade at me. I'm trying to save my ammo. That's why I'm not killing the mobs. Where the hell is he? Here he is, here he is. Should we try to flank him? Oh, we probably should have tried to flank him. Shit, so I just wasted all those shots. You have to shoot him in the back to crit him, I'm pretty sure. All right, this is not ideal. All right, let's try to disrupt the enemies to save our health. Please tell me I can phase lock him again before he does his little immunity phase, thank God. All right, there we go, there we go, there we go. There's our damage. Almost got him, almost got him. We really need to kill him before the next immunity phase. No! No, son of a bitch. Oh, hey, Cloud Kill finished him off. Okay, so see, that's what Cloud Kill is great for. Cloud Kill is great for polishing enemies off like that. Very nice, very nice. All right, but yeah, there is the bossing section with Maya. Pitchfork did very well. Captain Flint is one of the toughest bosses in my opinion, so very good showcase. All right, now for bossing with Axton here. Same setup. We got the Pitchfork. We're gonna take on Wilhelm. My shield did just break, but we should be okay. All right, we'll run up here. Throw our turrets. Get him slagged. Try to shoot him in the crit spot here. See what we can do. Oh, nice, nice. All right, hopefully we can take him out even through. Oh yeah, like any boss that has wide enough crit spots to land these shots on, it can just melt. Again, that's an OP10 boss, guys, with no badass rank. Very nice. So Pitchfork, awesome. One of the best bossing weapons in the game. So good. Took him out, no problem at all. But all right, next section. All right, here we are with some more bossing. We're gonna do Sloth versus the Snowman on Zer0. So let's get started here. Now, contrary to what many people will tell you, the Snowman cannot be slagged. I have tested this extensively in one of my past videos. So anyone who thinks the Snowman can be slagged, you gotta show me video proof of it happening. Not only does he not have a slag model, but he will not take increased damage from being slagged. I assure you, test it yourself. All right, now we got our kunai on him though. Oh yeah, nice, nice, nice. Just wait till you see what the Pitchfork does to this dude. Your mind will be blown. All right, let's get out of the corner. We don't want to get cornered. Getting cornered, not fun, not a fun time. Probably should have thrown a grenade to get my health back up, but we're playing it risky. We're playing it risky. All right, we're gonna counter strafe as soon as he swings. We can avoid his attacks by counter strafing. Oh yeah, that's some good damage. Oh god. Again, for a boss that cannot be slagged, that is definitely good damage. Especially as we build our critical ascension up. Oh yeah, almost got him, almost got him. Just wait till you see what the Pitchfork does to this dude. What? He hit me in deception, that's bullshit. All right, took him out pretty easily. Now again, if you didn't know, he will never stand back up. You can take forever and he will never stand back up. All right, here we go. Prepare to be amazed by the Pitchfork, which has genuinely become one of my favorite snipers. It is genuinely one of the highest damage weapons ever in this series. It does just have ammo consumption issues. However, for many bosses, it can still kill them without running out of ammo. By the way, if you're gonna prove that the Snowman can be slagged, you have to show me him taking more damage, okay? You gotta shoot him once, then make sure you show him taking more damage. All right, look at that. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Oh my god, look at that. Oh my god, he's so dead. The Pitchfork is so insane. Any boss where you can land all of the projectiles on with the Pitchfork, this thing is just freaking goated, dude. God, I love the Pitchfork. And that was, again, no badass rank or anything. All right, amazing. Next section. All right, here we go. Final section. That's right. We're taking on Pyro Pete. That's right, we're raiding. So we're gonna summon Pete. We're gonna equip our B shield. We're gonna do a shock sniper here, just a generic, non-unique sniper. Got our shock bone, legendary sniper. We're gonna shoot his face shield off. We got no bar. And then we will get started here, and hopefully we can do this. For some reason, I just crouched. I did not need to crouch. Oh, I didn't slag him. I'm such a smooth brain. Okay, off to a very bad start. Okay, horrible start, horrible start. I cannot talk. I cannot yap and play at the same time. We're good now, though. All right, so we'll start off kind of slow, but our damage will build up over time with critical ascension. Now, a Dahl Sniper may not be ideal because it fires in bursts, and he will often be blocking our shots, but that's okay. We'll work through this. We'll get this done. Feels so good to be raiding with Zer0 again, man. Zer0 is the perfect raider. I swear. I really wish Gearbox would design raiding content basically with this in mind. I think he's the perfect raider as far as how fun he is and how difficult it is to raid with him. It's just so fun, man. I don't think Gearbox even did this on purpose. I think Zer0 was, in many ways, a happy accident. So I'm not playing particularly well, but that's all good. We're still shredding his shield. I'm getting hit a lot. I botched the beginning, but no worries, no worries. Now, we're about to break his shield, so we need to be able to get to cover. All right, I got hit. Not good, not good. Throw another nade. All right, now we will break his shield. All right, now we got to get to cover because he's going to do a double Nova. Pick up the ammo and stuff here. Did I get hit? No, I didn't. Oh, okay, I thought it was like, how did I get hit by that? But I did not. We did not get much ammo there. That's a little unfortunate. All good, though. Okay, so see, that was bad. I wasted a bunch of shots there. Oh, this is actually killing him way quicker than I expected. Damn. God, Zer0's so goated. All right, so yeah, we got to get to a point where we can break line of sight just in case. Oh, beautiful. All right, we're almost out of ammo though. Oh, get to cover. Did we make it? We made it. We made it. All right, we're gonna do that. So he goes for that, and we're gonna run over here. We're gonna get the ammo. We're gonna take him out. Again, not a fantastic performance from me, but we'll still get it done. All right, again, you can kind of steer him with your decoy, so let's try to do that. Not just Pete, I mean enemies in general. Okay, I was hoping he would, this is bad. Oh, I'm screwed, I'm dead. Okay, I knew the Nova was coming. That's why I panicked there. I knew the Nova was coming. Those bombs didn't do as much damage to me as I thought they would. Pete, will you look at me? Look at me, Pete. I'm the boss now. I'm the captain now, whatever that meme is. All right, so not a fantastic performance by me, but we have still got it done. Now, obviously, I would not recommend raiding with a generic Dahl Sniper, but I'm just proving it can be done, and it honestly wasn't that hard. Again, I have not tried to raid against Pete in a long time, and we still took him out. So, man, that was fun. God, Zer0 is so fun. Gearbox, please go back and look at what you did with this character and the rating. Try to bring this back. Like, do I need to write Gearbox a freaking email and teach them what they did right here and to tell them that they need to try to replicate this somehow? It really doesn't feel like they've learned their lesson from this. Anyway, as you can see, Dahl Snipers. Pretty underrated, honestly. You don't see people talk about them much. They don't give Dahl Snipers much love. Now, we've tested them all three here. We've tested a non-unique sniper, we've tested a Pitchfork, we've tested the Sloth, and honestly, they all perform very well. The Pitchfork is literally one of the highest DPS weapons ever. It just burns through ammo super, super quickly. So, arriving here at the final verdict, are Dahl Snipers deadly or are they a dud? Of course, Dahl Snipers are freaking deadly. I really like Dahl Snipers. I highly recommend checking them out more. The only thing to say is, if you do struggle with aiming, I know some people kind of do, I would recommend using Dahl Snipers on either loaders or enemies that don't move around too much, or bigger enemies, or playing with Maya because she can hold the enemy still and allow you to easily shoot them. So I do hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing, maybe becoming a member. If this video does well, I'll probably do the same style, but for Hyperion snipers. But I'm going to experiment with the lengths. I'll probably try to keep this one under 20 minutes. We'll see how it does. I'll do the Hyperion one, probably quite a bit longer than that if this video does well. We will see. But once again, thank you for watching, comrades. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think about Dahl Snipers, and let me know what weapon you would like to see me cover next. Special thanks to my members, and an extra special thanks to my Veracity Slayers, Legan Weirdna, Jonas Hedberg, Evan, Cass, Drake Solidor, Tao, Shadow96, Ghost Rider 189, Armo, Dylan Cameron, Jack Lagans 22, Aussie Not Aussie, Clap Krieg, Tim Black, Mustafa Yajik Kartal, Mean Groupfez, The Unforgiven Masher, Shagora, Starkiller, Out, ProClan 14, Joe Furlong, Jose, Bonjorat, Christian, Fire Artifacts 148, CK Misht, Liam Giles, Rexton 801, Robert Majors, Rosie Thorns, Vian Tokwixote, Not Great at Dota, Dawn, Hazardous D, MW3 Cupid 1, Liquid Ice, Ashton Dillard, Outcast, Binklebottom, Christopher, Blade _ and Paisley. Stay safe and be here next time. And finally, thank you to Tao and Zane Hartwood.